What's up, Internet? I am Frank from Studio 232, and joining me today we have you.
Me? Yeah, I'm Rob.
You. What about the other one?
I'm Polo.
All right. There's no Schmitty this week because he wants to be an adult and have a job, a real job.
In a place far, far away.
Yes. I don't even remember where.
Piscataway.
That's the one. I knew it started with a P. So this
Penis
is
Cataway.
ew.
Yes.
The special E3 2014 podcast coming at you on the morning of Wednesday. I don't know the date. June 11th.
E3 is going on now. Right now.
It is currently going on. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah, people are on the floor playing video games that we can't be playing right now because we're not there. We're just podcasting the shit we see off of streaming websites.
I mean, I'm on the floor, but I'm not playing any video game. I'm talking to you guys.
Look at you guys. I don't even have a floor.
Oh no. So, why don't we start out with Microsoft, since they kicked off the whole E3 procedures. Yeah, the whole shebang. Why not?
Alright, what first grabbed my attention out of their presentation was definitely Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, that was good. That was very good.
It was fantastic to see a 4-player co-op Assassin's Creed.
That looks awesome. And the only reason I don't like it is because I know I'm gonna have nobody to play with.
Yeah, that does take out that awesomeness factor out of it. And
So
I mean,
it's like-
the French Revolution, so it's like meh.
Well, the way I saw it working was that you could, because I watched their footage, I watched PS3's footage, and then you watch Ubisoft footage, and it seemed like you can choose to take on those missions randomly within the world, and I'd guess you could either invite or maybe do matchmaking, so you might not even have to know the people to do it.
Yeah, but you might get some really crappy online dude.
Oh, well, yeah.
At that point.
How many 12-year-olds have you ever played video games with that are actually decent? I've played it with about 3. 3 so far.
Alright.
Out of the hundreds of 12-year-olds I've had to deal with online.
I like how you check everyone's age.
Like, seriously.
It's noticeable. And I say 12 as an underestimate for anybody who's young, and somebody could be in their 30s and still act like a 12-year-old, so.
Oh, it's like whenever I
Okay.
play Call of Duty with housewives.
Which Call of Duty, mind you, not too interesting, and I think you guys agree with me on that.
I do, but I wasn't done with Assassin's Creed.
Well, we haven't even
Just
started Ubisoft yet.
That's true. But
Yeah.
in Assassin's Creed, it looked gorgeous. Like it really did. Like the whole landscape, it looked great. The
NPCs. A lot
Yeah,
of
the guy-
NPCs.
the character moved very fluidly. It was really cool,
Dude,
like, to watch him jump.
Going down
top
the
of the-
building was fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It was nuts.
One thing that kind of annoyed me was that his coat seemed to change color throughout the Microsoft one. It looked like it was dark. This
Wow,
time,
Frank,
blue.
You're like super roboting.
Alright.
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
his coat seemed to change color. Like, when he was out, it was blue. Or it looked like it was green. But when he goes inside, it turned blue. And that just was kind of weird. Yeah, a little bit.
Crazy super technology.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, in the past.
In the past. Well, I mean, yeah.
I know, it's all about alien tech, or not alien tech, you know, crazy
Actually, no.
Forerunner. No, it's not Forerunner, that's Halo.
They're called those who came before.
Not
But,
alien god people?
No. Not at all. You know what else annoyed the crap out of me? Because I'm trying to watch the gameplay for Assassin's Creed Unity, and they keep cutting away to the stage and like
Oh, I
showing
hate
people
that.
playing on the stage, and I'm like, I'm trying to watch the footage. I don't care about this guy that's not actually playing a game. I'm pretty sure that they're all just pre-recorded and they're just trying to pretend to play that.
Oh no, sometimes, especially in
Sony
the Call of
wasn't.
Duty. No, it wasn't the Call of Duty one. It was the Halo
Sony
one.
The Sony one, that one was live because they were screwing up
Yeah.
terribly.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
I
but
actually like
Planet
that.
2.
It shows you, not professionals.
Yep. I
But
mean,
there- Yeah. I like the Halo one with that because I just went straight into when they did the Halo 2 multiplayer. You could see the one guy who was doing the entire presentation getting the shit kicked out of him.
No, jumping into Halo, that
No, I
Oh
didn't
my
mean to
God.
jump in. I was just saying on that topic.
yeah, but oh my God, Halo, oh
Yeah.
my God.
No, but
1,
back
2,
to
4.
back to
Well,
Unity.
Fighter 2. Ugh.
But I really liked about Unity the way they're setting up the world, where it's like a lot more Grand Theft Auto-y. Like you can choose to go around and do things. You can do the story mission, but there's a lot actually going on around you. There's like, I mean, it's probably not as expansive as they showed in that segment, but the guy passes up 4 different opportunities before he's like, you know what, I'm going to do this one instead. They have murder mysteries, random event robbings, and brawls, and it just seems like there's going to be a lot to do.
There's riots in the streets of Paris, man. Shit's going down.
it is. It's pretty cool. I'm excited, but I don't have an next-gen system, so
Oh.
even still.
And
Yeah.
that's only next gen?
Yeah, that's I guess technically current gen.
Right, but
It's
We're
on
not-
the PC, the One, and the Xbox, or the PlayStation 4.
right. The PC,
There's
the
a-
1, and the 4.
There's,
Really?
what are you doing?
My phone was still on from before.
So professional.
Seriously. There's apparently one that's coming out for the previous gen systems, the 360 and the 3,
Hmm.
but I have heard nothing about that.
It's called Assassin's Creed, not quite as unified.
Yeah, right. Another thing about that is that every time there was a new ancestor you played as, you always got a number. Every time. This one, you play as another dude, but you don't have a number on it.
That's weird.
That's what I've noticed.
Yeah, this is an Assassin's Creed 5. Oh.
It's just Assassin's Creed Unity, and it's kind of confusing me a little bit.
Is our node secretly a pirate? Or did the Ubisoft just forget?
Maybe they just forgot.
Maybe they
How
just
are we
do
doing
it.
this all again?
Well,
Which is really weird that, like, this is a whole new system they're building. This is a whole new everything. Like, this is groundbreaking work. Usually when they do one of the not numbered ones, it's not groundbreaking. It's the last system slightly revamped. This is like a full new system, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrades on everything.
What did you guys think of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare?
Womp womp.
I think it could be a little bit more advanced.
It looked like Halo to me, to be perfectly honest. And that was kind of disappointing, because I'd rather just play Halo.
Like everybody would, considering Halo 1 through 4.
This is true.
Dude.
Keep on pushing through to the other topic.
I did like the grenades that they had in Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
The smart grenade. They had like the target. They were targeted. They had boosters on them, so they just like found their dude and just blew him up specifically. That was pretty cool. And then being able to change your type of grenade with a click, so you could have the smart grenade or a regular traditional grenade. Or there was one that actually highlighted people. That was pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, like I said,
Oh,
it
It's like a beacon grenade. It's just like, kill this person.
yeah, you throw it and then it like lights up all the the people that are around you for a certain amount of time. It was pretty cool.
See, but that
It just looks like Halo. Same, like, looking weapons, same looking vehicles.
they even brought in jetpacks.
They even brought in jetpacks. They even had people.
They have crappier jetpacks too.
They even had people that were falling from the sky in a box. I guess I don't know.
Oh,
Like
drop pods.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I don't know why I couldn't remember it. But they had ODSTs, essentially. I mean, it just looks like Halo, but you're not fighting aliens, you're fighting people still.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of explosions, but ultimately I wasn't too interested.
That was pretty boring.
It was much better. Like, you got Sunset Overdrive at the same time. Like, that was just so much more interesting. It wasn't the same crap we've seen all the time from Call of Duty.
Not only that...
Oh, that's a different game.
Not only that, it was completely different tone for the entire press conference up until that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like, before that you had just Call of Duty, Forza, Evolve, Assassin's Creed, and then bam, Sunset Overdrive.
I got Forza.
Everyone forgets about Forza.
Apparently not. Apparently
No,
it's one of the
a lot of
best selling
people like-
franchises.
Yeah, I think that's mostly Europe. I'm gonna think.
But that got
Probably.
overshadowed by that other game. I think Sony released it. The one
Actually,
that goes
yeah.
cross country.
Yeah, it's a continuous open world MMO of the entire continental U.S. that you can just drive across.
That is Ubisoft, actually.
Yes, it is.
You're right.
It looks to me like Fast and
True.
Furious the game, and I would like to play that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's called The Crew.
the crew. Yeah.
Because they showed a lot of it last year. They showed a lot more than what they did this year. It was brand new last year. So they were like, you can change out your car, you can change out this, here's how we handle missions. It looks really, really cool. And I really was like, hey, Ryan, we should totally play this game, but you have a Mac, so you can't game on a Mac. And you're probably going to buy a PS4, and I won't. So I guess we're not playing that game.
See, like, the real thing that got me from that press conference was the way the guy pronounced beta. He said, beta, he tried to say beta, he said beta.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And then what was
You
it?
should-
Tyler just calls him out on it. So
Yeah.
happy about that.
You can't let that stand, otherwise they'll just be like, "Oh wow, everyone over there can't fucking pronounce things." 'Cause the
Somebody-
internet is full of savage grammar Nazis.
Somebody at Sony pronounced beta weird too. I remember hearing that.
Well, it's one thing if they're foreign. It's another thing, foreign for English speakers, I guess, because we're watching it here. But I mean, it's another thing completely if they've just never said the word out loud to people before. They should maybe do that before they host a press conference.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've all done that. We've all read a word a million times in our head, and then we say it, and everyone just looks at you like you're stupid. Yeah, I mean, watch my words there.
Going back to Sunset Overdrive, I liked that the Sonic Adventure 2 grind shoes were back. That was
Yeah.
kind of fun to see.
Those are really cool.
It reminds me of playing Infamous, just grinding around on wires randomly.
True, very true. That
But it
that's
looks
another
like you
thing.
can do a lot more on them. Because
Yeah,
this guy's grinding around and then flipping and then firing and...
Yeah, they had a pretty big emphasis on how easily and fluid their movement was in that trailer, because he's going from like one side and he's just like bouncing off of things. He's riding on like a roller coaster rail, and it was all like fluid. There was no stopping. He just went.
Yeah, and he's like
really
Sonic bounce springing off of tarps and...
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's cool.
It was really interesting. It really grabbed my attention.
Yeah,
And
I've heard
at
of
the
it.
very end, the explosion says boom, so...
Yes, it does.
After my own heart.
Yeah, it was just a very nice think I said that already. That was a nice change of pace because previously you had all like this dark, serious, gritty stuff.
Watch a
And this
man's
guy-
head get cut off from a first-person view.
Exactly. And then this guy just comes in and he's like breaking the fourth wall and just, killing things easily with explosions that say boom.
Yeah. It's like
And then
watching
making fun
Schindler's
of a plumber
List
system.
and then Rush Hour.
Yeah, right? Did you see the Dead Rising 3 Super Special Awesome whatever the hell edition?
Oh, that
No.
crazy
DLC.
arcade game? Yeah, the
DLC.
DLC.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna buy the whole game just for that DLC.
I missed that completely. What was this?
It has like all the characters from all the Dead Rising games, and it basically puts them into a Capcom
And
fight.
other characters. And
Oh,
Capcom
and other-
characters.
Yeah. And you can dress them up as like Ryu from Street Fighter or Mega Man. Like, it's just weird.
It was really weird. And it didn't get as much positive... I thought it was going to get more positive reviews, but, like, nobody really grabbed onto it, it seemed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, everything I was hearing, everybody's like, well, this is weird. The title, I can't even begin to say, and I'm not going to buy the whole game just to play it.
Yeah, I don't even know what the actual title is. I know it starts with Super Ultra Dead Rising 3 Alpha, and then it just lost me after that. I don't know.
Gets into a bunch of different Japanese characters and...
It's just
No,
called
you-
Two Brothers.
They were English words. It was just...
Oh,
It was like a paragraph for a title, because it was just that kind of over-the-top weirdness that they wanted.
I see.
Yeah. Did you happen to see anything for Fable Legends, Rob?
I did.
What did you think of that?
Rebuild campaigns, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope the multiplayer looks interesting. It just looks like, honestly, it's the Fantasy Evolve. You have 4 players with different roles trying to survive against one much more powerful thing.
Yeah.
And this one is just more planning and less I'm going to rape your face with tentacles and lightning. So,
You
But,
also don't get to build your character. They have
Huh?
pre-made characters for you. And then you get to slightly customize them.
yeah, but I mean, I'm more, I never, but like while it seems interesting, when I want to play Fable, I want a single-player campaign. So I'm hoping that there's a lot more of that they just don't have shown yet.
I don't think there is. I think that is specifically what that game is, that
Then-
4-player...
Then I
First
am
of all-
upset.
Yeah, I don't know what they've been doing with the Fable series.
Well, they
Right.
don't know either.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, when I found out that it was that multiplayer kind of way, I was like, yeah, I don't care, then screw it, because, like you said, Fable's what it is. It's a single-player experience where you're just roaming around the world. It's not a 4-player co-op kind of experience. And it's also about character customization and how you want to play the game. And that's totally not what this is at all.
Well, I mean, I still have hope because when they talked about it, they referred to their beta as just a multiplayer beta. So I'm
Uh-huh.
banking on a single-player experience.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What
And
about
then-
Conquer showing up in Spark? What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
Spark, it seems interesting, just letting people make what they want to make and play what they
Spark
want to play.
Spark seems like something I need to be a part of. I just can't be yet. I'm like, I can build anything I want to. I need to do this. But I don't have a PC that can run it or a current gen system. So, I can't be part of it yet. Keyword being yet.
Sue
I mean,
and Frank.
like Conquer showing up at the end was really strange. I was not expecting him at all.
No, neither was I.
Yeah, I kind of forgot Conquer existed up until then.
I think most people did.
You're just totally upset the diehard Conquer fans.
Yeah, probably. Oh well. They can get over it. They've been upset for like the past 10 years he hasn't had a game, so whatever.
That's true.
But I mean, we gotta talk about Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4 in one collective package with hints towards Halo 5.
The Master Chief Collection.
Yep, that's
And
the one.
it's even got a digital series directed by Ridley Scott that
Yeah.
leads into Halo 5.
And it's got Halo 2 multiplayer. In my personal opinion, the best of the Halo series as far as multiplayer is concerned.
I think that's a lot of people's opinion, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much. Anyone I know has always favored the Halo 2 multiplayer.
And like
And
they're keeping in the glitches, they're keeping on the original engines.
Oh, like you can still sword cancel and nonsense like that. Okay.
Yeah. You can still find the stairway to heaven.
Okay.
The multiplayer is the multiplayer that was specific to every game. So you're going to play Halo 2 multiplayer and Halo 2, not Halo 4 multiplayer with Halo 2 map.
Right. No, that's good.
Yeah.
The specific multiplayer, which is
In
really
HD with dedicated servers.
hmm
cool, but that seems like something that's going to really trip people up, like when they're going, because you can make playlists that have different maps from all the different games. So you're going to go from like Halo to Halo 4 to Halo 2, and it seems like it's going to weird people out a little
See,
bit.
I thought the playlists. I didn't know there was multiplayer playlists. I saw that when they were doing playlists, I saw what they were going from campaign moments. So you could go
Yeah.
from like
Any-
different scenes in the iconic. Like you can go from like I don't know. I can't think of an iconic Halo moment right now.
Sabo
Running away
Yeah,
in a
there you
warthog
go.
at the end of the game.
Yeah, going from the library, going to the cell, like just stuff like that.
Oh, I hate the library.
Yeah, the library's the worst.
That's actually what they said, is that you will be able to skip the library because you get every mission right off the bat.
Yeah,
So
and nobody wants to do the library.
I
No.
might for the achievement, I might for the playthrough. Like, if I'm going to do a playthrough, I might do it again.
There was an achievement for beating the library in a certain amount of time in the Anniversary Edition. I have not played the Anniversary Edition, though, so, I mean, I don't have any of it.
kind of going to be useless considering it's already going to be there.
Nonsense, because you have, with the Xbox One, you have your achievement list from the 360 and from the Xbox One. So if there's a game that's cross-platform, you get achievements for both of them. They both count.
Ah, I see what you're going for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do that because I don't have the other one. I don't have the one. But I just haven't felt like playing Halo again because I recently did them all, like, within the past few years. So that's why when Anniversary came out, I was like, whatever.
See, I haven't done Halo 1 or 2 or 3 in a very long time, so that's going to be nice to be able to play through all of that again.
I think I did it after Reach came out. I played Reach, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and keep going into Halo 3, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
My friend, on the other hand, is like, oh, cool, I finally get to play Halo 2. I'm like, Halo 2 has been sitting in your game shelf for years. Like, it's just been sitting there. I got it for him.
Shh.
It's like, yeah, I guess. Like, no, I guess. It's sitting right there. Look, it's right here. Look, I picked it up.
You can start it right now.
Exactly. Don't tell me you have nothing to play when here it is.
What I did like was that they were showing the jump between the original footage and the HD for
Yeah.
the Halo 2, and
Oh,
like they
that
said it was
ages me.
seamless, absolutely seamless in the middle of a firefight that you can just switch between the two. I'm like, that's awesome.
And apparently the Master Chief Collection has a whopping 4,000 gamer score.
Yeah. Talk about a killer.
Oh, yeah, that's right up your alley.
Yup. What did you think of The Division? Did you see that stuff?
That got me excited. Like,
I
holy
really liked
shit.
That trailer that Ubisoft had?
Yeah,
Microsoft-
their cinematic was amazing.
That cinematic trailer was awesome. And like you're just watching it and stuff is happening and you don't see anything and then you're just like, alright, whatever. And then, towards the end he says like tragedy is invisible and you're like, that makes perfect sense. Like, this is great. And then, you start seeing everything. It was really cool. But the gameplay on there that they were showing at Microsoft That was some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we were talking about advanced Call of Duty, this version. Like I kept thinking about The Division. I'm like, that game seems so much more interesting.
It does.
It's cooler technology, but yet less at the same time, and it's so much more interesting.
For me, it's not even. It's just the actual like the setting, because instead of like a crazier, it's like beyond a crazy future war. There's like some sort of pandemic or epidemic, and it's just the remains fighting for survival, and you just doing that with your friends. It just seems, and like actually building a base and stuff like that. It's like Last of Us if you got to build your own compound and fortify it with your best friends instead of just doing matchmaking.
Yeah, that would be awesome, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And like when they go up, they're like, "Yeah, this girl." She's like, "Yeah, okay, we're about to open up my base." So she gets 3 of her friends, and they're about to, and they just show up, and all of a sudden there's already these. I don't know what to call. I guess they're not. I guess maybe they're the vigilantes. So I don't know. The douchebags. The douchebags that just go around murder people. We'll call them the douchebags.
Yeah, we'll call them that.
You just start taking them out and taking over little sections of the city that are now less douchebaggery. I don't know.
I like the when they went into the subway and they had like that digital recreation of like
Yeah,
the
that was
the Echo.
Yeah,
Echo, yeah.
that was really cool. And then they had that flashbang drone. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was really interesting. Just singles out one guy.
Yeah, and it's just sitting there flashing a bright light in the dude's face. I'm like, oh, that must suck for that guy. But whatever. He is on the douchebag side. Can't
feel bad for the douchebags.
Nope. What about the new Crackdown? What'd you think of that?
I did not see anything about a new Crackdown.
That looks interesting. More towards the style of the original Crackdown, it looks like.
That was like the craziest way to kill one dude that I have ever seen.
Oh my god, yeah, take down another building to blow up that other building. Like, shit.
Probably gotta see the trailer.
Another game to add to the co-op list, because that's another co-op game.
Oh, is it? I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why you see like 4 of them doing that whole thing. Like one of them sets up the bombs, one of them drives up the building with the tanker, the other one snipes it.
Fair enough. I only saw the trailer. I didn't see anything about it, like gameplay or story-wise or anything.
Oh man, I didn't realize they were resurrecting that, because I had high hopes for the second one, and I was kind of disappointed by how soon it just became, here's superpowers, fight zombies, the end.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's gonna be this way.
Good.
Yeah, they're saying it's more like a reboot of the series.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah, because it's just called Crackdown. It's not like Crackdown 3. It's just Crackdown.
Okay, that's good.
What do you think of the Tomb Raider trailer?
Oh my god, that looked great.
It kind of makes me want to play the first one, because you see that like the first one has taken a toll on her, that she's doing therapy now because of it.
The first one has been on my list. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But it's nice to see that a staple of the early gaming years, like Tomb Raider, is able to find its new footing.
Yeah.
In the area, because like apparently the last Tomb Raider was great.
Yeah, that's all I hear.
Yeah. So like I said, I've wanted to play it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. And I mean, it looked great. And then I see like the trailer start, and I'm like, is this another Tomb Raider game? And then when finally just like she like hits the wall or whatever, like the rock wall, and she's like, oh, I was like, oh, it's Tomb Raider. Look at that.
See, I don't know anything about the campaign of the last game, so it seems like in this trailer that she's getting counseling. Is that for childhood events, or is that for the last game happening?
Last game happening, apparently.
Okay. Because I thought he was like she was traumatized, and that's what led to her doing this. But I don't know, because I haven't looked at it.
I think it's the last game.
The last game was traumatizing on her.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does look it does look good. And like I said, it's nice to see that they're not like slowing down after they
Mhm.
actually were able to successfully reboot it.
Yeah, because I mean, the before the reboots, they were just kind of like, especially the Tomb Raider games near the Angelina Jolie movies were just yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
not the good.
Now we need that to happen for older video game staples.
Like Qbert.
Or talk about reboots, Star Wars Battlefield.
Front.
They did give us a hint at that, EA did.
Well, yeah, that was a really nice trailer. That was. I think they went. I appreciate that they went to the environments to get a real sense of what the original filming environments for the settings of the game. But
Yeah.
that, I don't know. I guess I hope it works out because I'm like, that's a little excessive, but okay.
Hey man, they could use some excessive right about now.
It's true.
Well, yeah, I guess with EA budget, who cares?
Fair enough.
EA budget, they kind of showed a few good things. I mean, it wasn't like a Sony downfall on them, but they also showed a lot of sports that nobody cared about.
Yep.
I will say, actually, because I actually saw, what was it? EA, I was thrilled for even the 10 seconds of Mass Effect I got to see.
Yeah,
I
I knew that would grab your interest.
Well, because it's Mass Effect. I mean,
Yeah, because you love your Mass Effect. Got it.
yes. I love my throbbing Mass Effect.
Yes.
But no, I mean, just because the entire trilogy centered around, like, it created this crazy world, but it was actually centered on a very narrow aspect of it. You were one person, and while you did a lot, it opened up this crazy fantasy setting, and I'm like, well, they can't just leave it there, so
They're not.
exactly. But I don't know. But like, I'm really hoping it's a lot more like the first one, where you can just explore planets to your heart's content.
I got a little old after a while, though.
Oh well, I mean, it depends, because especially in one, just because it was your exploration was limited to, okay, here's the Mako, drive around this moon for a while. But I mean,
Drive around the planet, go to the same building that has one of 3 layouts.
yeah,
A, leave.
yep. I still enjoyed it.
No, it was good, and that's why I did it like 3 times in a row for that level 60 achievement. But even still, it took its toll.
It did. But speaking of exploring, who is fucking pumped for No Man's Sky?
That looked awesome.
It looks amazing. I heard about it, and because I heard about it as like as a an up and coming indie game that everyone's anticipating, and then I also heard that during flooding out on the West Coast, they lost their entire studio. So to see that they could put this together and that it's still on track is very, very good to hear, because they essentially I guess they had bought like a small house to do everything out of, because they are a relatively small indie outfit, and the basement flooded, which included lots of computers and hard drives and and with no insurance.
What I did like about it was that they kept talking about how every person starts on a different planet, and they have no idea what the universe you're going into is capable of. They're like, every experience is going to be different, so you guys tell us what it's like, because we have no idea.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
See, because it has like the elements of, that's why I actually got into Starbound, because it's a randomly generated start, randomly generated planet, randomly generated environments and creatures, but it's not nearly as beautiful. It's only 2-dimensional. It's not 3-dimensional. This just looks so much better. But I cannot be a chicken person, so
You take the good and the bad, I guess.
Exactly. But no, No Man's Sky looks amazing. The fact that I can just explore a crazy planet and then go do like an intergalactic space battle, yeah, I'm very happy.
I also like the whole starting at Dinosaur World and then just going to space right away.
Yeah.
That looks sick. And
Yeah,
like, I hope
There wasn't
that planet has dinosaurs.
there wasn't anything like no kind of crazy amount of like load time or anything
Mhm.
to get from the ground to space to another planet. It was just all one. Just went. It's
Yep.
cool.
Seamless.
Yes, exactly.
What did you guys think about Battlefield 3? Battlefield 3 kind of grabbed my interest.
What? 3 was like 2 games ago.
Or not, I really
Hardline.
Yeah, I meant whatever the new Battlefield is.
The upcoming one is Hardline.
Hardline, yeah.
4
That's-
is out currently.
Yeah, Hardline looked amazing just because, I don't know, it was giving me this old kind of like Counter-Strike feel, this two-team system, go and grab stuff.
I just like that they finally introduced a new game mode, and they just let you do incredibly over-the-top scale cops and robbers, which just seems great.
I saw a Twitter post about it that said it was this heist directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah, because that looks like what they're aiming for.
Dude, they had a giant crane out of nowhere fall and attack a building. It was a little...
I like how it's a deliberate attack. It's not just falling.
It took down that building as a way to escape for the guys. So
No, but I just like how they make the crane fall, but they then show a guy climb into the inside of the crane and use the metal from the crane to block the bullets, and then he walks up the neck of the arm of the crane, and then it fell into a building, so he jumped straight into the building, which has full interiors. And
Yeah.
so that's pretty neat.
that is. It seems like it. I'm hoping what it looks like is that it will be kind of like. I'm hoping that's not just a mission point, and that happens every time you do that mission, and it's more of a kind of make it up as you go along kind of game.
Well, I mean, that's what they were pushing a lot with Battlefield 4. It has to be set. It can't be random completely, but you have the option whether or not to blow it up. Like, you have the it was there was a lot of mission points because that was a lot of their push. That is a lot of what they pushed in Battlefield 4 was like you could flood this area and turn it from a ground map into a water map. You could crash this boat into an island and change the conditions of the fight. So it looks like they're just expanding on it and making it look just a little bit more seamless.
Yeah. So it
speaking
definitely
of-
looks interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of making stuff up as you go along, Rob, did you see the Rainbow Six Siege gameplay?
Yes. Oh my god. That's what I was thinking. As soon as you said Hardline, I'm like, I can't wait to talk about Rainbow Six.
Rob and I have an interesting history with Rainbow Six games.
Oh, that we do.
Do you now?
To the point where I never wanted to play that other one again.
Yeah, Rainbow Six, Las Vegas. Never again for Frank.
But no, it looked really cool because they were able to decide which point of entry they wanted to take in the house, and they roof, and then you had all this cover that you could put up and blow up walls and shit. It was awesome
Yeah,
looking.
I like that they treat a house like a house. It's just drywall. They're firing through it constantly.
And it's not like it just like makes a little hole or whatever. Like the more they shot that wall, the more the wall disappeared.
Yeah, and then they keep looking through the holes and firing, and they keep moving around. And
And it wasn't just like a hole. There were still like pieces of wood that were sticking out from the hole, and like, it looked like if you just bashed through a piece of drywall. It was cool.
yeah,
Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. I like that, on the fly make up a new I'm gonna blow up the ceiling above them and shoot them kind of idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looked great.
Yeah,
That was cool.
definitely interesting. Another one of those, I mean, this is a co-op versus another co-op system, but like a lot was focusing on that whole co-op aspect of things.
Well, yeah, because I mean, with the hardware and the much more robust networks they have, that's what they want to keep people playing the game longer. So you either create you put a lot more effort into doing an incredibly immersive single player, or you create, really fun, repeatable, but still in just some ways refreshing multiplayer experiences.
Yep. Which, again, I'm liking the idea of how much co-op there's been, and just like the idea of getting a steady group together and just going from game to game, like that is very interesting.
That's what I've always wanted. That's what I've always liked to play, and that's what has not really been around for years. It's always been competitive multiplayer, and that's not my style.
Yeah.
That's why I liked the Spec Ops missions in Call of Duty more than actual multiplayer, because it's me and a friend working towards some goal instead of just going around and getting shot by 12-year-olds.
Yes. I shot you this time. No, I shot you this time.
Exactly.
Yeah, you hear that? Sony's allowing you to play games online with your friends if they don't have the game.
Well, wasn't that just... What game was that?
It's any game.
Oh, was it any game? No, I saw it for the... it was Far Cry 4 multiplayer.
Oh, that's what it was. It was Far Cry?
Yeah, it was Far Cry 4. And this one person's flying around in a helicopter firing a grenade launcher down, while the other dude has an M60 and he stands in the middle of a fort shooting people.
Yeah, but they were saying, other games will have that support, too. And I'm like, okay. So Nintendo's been doing it for a while now with the DS, so...
Hijacked download play.
Cool.
Which, I always interested in... Sony really was trying to hit that, hey, we've got free options now, too, kind of idea, and I like that.
Yeah, they really pushed that with the Vita. They were just like, oh, all these Android games that are now coming to the Vita.
Yeah. But they are keeping them free, and I like free. I do like free.
What about Hyrule Warriors from...
Oh my god, I didn't think we were going to get into Nintendo already. Holy crap, that looked awesome.
I've never played a Dynasty Warriors game before, but it still looks like it's awesome.
I like that you're playing somebody other than Link, because otherwise it would have been
You got multiple characters there, and a big army. I'm like,
wait, this is the Dynasty Warriors version, not the new, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like battle thing. Okay. Because I didn't see any of Nintendo, so I was kind of confused.
Nintendo was kind of cool specifically for Legend of Zelda. That other Legend of Zelda game looks amazing, too.
Link looked kind of like a chick.
Yeah, and he was wearing blue. He didn't have the sword.
Yeah, that was a little weird. He was wearing blue.
Without the Master Sword? What happened?
It looks like it's the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
You don't always have the Master Sword.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
You don't usually start off with the Master Sword either.
Yeah, the art style was cool of that new Legend of Zelda. And, of course, the landscape was beautiful as always.
Yeah. I did like the random Tron bow, though.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
It's like, oh, okay, Link.
Going back to Hyrule Warriors, I mean, it looks cool, and the fact that you have moves that fit each character's personality is great, because if they were just some random generic moves, you probably wouldn't feel as immersive. That sort of thing,
Yeah.
But yeah, because you can play as... They showed 4 characters yesterday. I think they said there were more. I don't know.
They said there were going to be more than that.
You get Link, Zelda, Midna from Twilight Princess, who's still riding around on some sort of Shadow Wolf. Go figure.
Well, I mean, it just wouldn't be Midna without a Shadow Wolf.
Yeah. And then Impa, Zelda's bodyguard. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks pretty cool.
It does. It definitely does.
Toad finally got his own game.
That game looks awesome.
I kind of can't believe that.
What is it called?
I forget.
Captain Toad. It looks awesome.
Playing second fiddle to no man.
I know.
Well, he's no longer in Mario's shadow, so somebody has to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about their robot chicken stuff? Like, what was that?
Oh my god, that was amazing. I was dying.
I did not see any of that.
During the press conference, they kept showing clips from Robot Chicken. Just a bunch. It was actually like a bunch of E3 setup stuff. They might have gotten it done specifically for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
it was. They had Robot Chicken make like skits in between their presentation stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
I like when Mario got pissed off because he wasn't getting a game, and Link's all like, "Yeah, I can finally be master around here again." And then Toon Link shows up and he's like, "They said you weren't coming."
They had Reggie Fils-Aimé. He's on stage and he's talking about whatever, and then like this random dude from the audience was like, "I don't care. What about Star Fox?" And he goes, "You know what? This is what I have to say about Star Fox." And he pulls out a fire flower, eats it, and then just burns the dude from the audience.
Which is even weirder because they actually announced a Star Fox after the press conference.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, they've got a new Star Fox game that Miyamoto is on board with the team for, and like they barely mentioned it at all, but they had like I think it was playable on the floor if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
Yeah, Nintendo was just like, "Oh yeah, we're not even giving all of our secrets away at the press conference. We're also going to be giving away during E3." Like Pac-Man just showed up for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that was. I guess I'm not surprised, but
No,
Dude,
not
you
really.
can make your own characters now. You can have Ice Cube.
I'm just imagining like Dig Dug and Q*bert are next.
Yeah, right. I like. What annoyed me was that at the end they were like, "Oh, here's this other thing," and it looked like there was a Smash Brothers anime, and I was like, "Oh, cool," and they're like, "No, it's just a new character." It's like, oh.
It wasn't even the good character I wanted to hear about.
Is that
like,
the girl from
yeah, Kid Icarus.
Yeah, from Kid Icarus, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, well, never mind.
Yeah.
And you know what they didn't have was Fallout 4. What is that?
Oh my god, I would have died for a Fallout 4.
No
And
new.
I'm so sad by it.
I kind of figured there would be, since I mean, as we've previously talked about, there was like those scripts and stuff
Mhm.
for
Maybe Gamescom.
out. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know.
I mean, E3 is always like the big three, and maybe they just didn't want to jump in on somebody else's time. They wanted to do their own time.
Yeah.
Well, they're also huge at QuakeCon because BioWare is always big with that.
True. I don't know. We'll see. Any closing thoughts?
Thoughts? This was an amazing E3. I'm kind of disappointed at Sony, which kind of sucks because I really want a PS4. But
The only thing that I saw that remotely held my interest, aside from No Man's Sky from Sony, was Uncharted 4, and that was just a little.
Mm-hmm.
well, they also had Destiny.
That's true. I forgot about Destiny.
Yeah,
But isn't-
Destiny with Peter
Destiny
Dinklage.
Isn't Destiny cross-platform?
Yeah, Destiny's PC. It's just they paid for the extra, early release date extra content, but it is cross-platform.
They also did show Project Morpheus and Arkham Knight.
Mhm.
Not together, though. That would have been fantastic. So, we did see their VR, and, like, VR is making us another comeback, so, like, that could be really interesting. But, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm still a little butthurt from the 90s over VR, so...
It's not all like Beachhead, damn it.
Wow, Frank's super
That was a
robot.
singing robot.
Yeah, that was just singing robot right at the end.
Sorry. My phone was ringing. I apologize.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can cut that. Okay.
It's okay.
Well, we can hear you better.
Other than that, I mean, I got nothing.
Oh, they also had Metal Gear Solid. We forgot to mention Metal Gear Solid at all.
Where was that?
They,
I didn't even see it.
yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5. They showed it, and like, it looked really interesting. It was a full trailer, looks depressing, and it also at the very end, it said it was coming out in 1984. So
Interesting.
that's when the game takes place. So
That's pretty neat.
1984. Yeah, they're going back in time with a different story. So
That's good because I mean, it's really hard to do a sequel to the last one if it's actually like time after.
You're playing as Big Boss in this game, so it would be fast.
yeah, but yeah, it's definitely got its very interesting moments from that. But I was hoping for more from Sony, personally.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have too much.
And everybody else kind of really brought it this year. So, all right. So, anybody else final thoughts?
No, that's pretty much it.
And I guess
Yeah. Tune in next week for more adventures of the singing robot.
no, hopefully not.
Nope. No, definitely not. I know for a fact that next week won't be. All right then. Goodbye, Internet.